What I initially hoped to get out of Driver's Ed Mutiny was something to do for the summer. It was either work full-time or do a film. It sounded like an intriguing project. They said that we'd be going out to LA and we'd be shooting all over the country, so that was obviously a little bonus, but it was a different feel of any other movie that I had worked on before. Me and Jillian and Kyle, we would sit down with Brad and we would just read through and have really long discussions about the characters and how we can get them to relate to ourselves, and Brad was really supportive with things that we wanted to change or things that we didn't feel that our characters would do, or we kind of got to create our own person that wasn't necessarily specifically on the script. Well, my problem with Nick was that I did not find him very likable in a way that the audience would get behind. So I tried to, every moment that I had that I could crack a smile or make a joke or something that to just kind of remind everybody that he's not that bad of a guy. So that's kind of what my biggest goal was in bringing that to the character. My first impressions of Sven, I love Sven. Sven is about as reliable and as good as a car as the movie portrays it to be. The air conditioning doesn't work, the heater doesn't work. I think a couple of the windows don't roll down. I'm pretty sure a door doesn't work. And usually Brad or Tom, our sound guy, would be in the trunk with a monitor or with a headset. You know, I'm hot in the front seat with the window down. And here's Brad, like under a blanket, like watching the monitor, and he'll just pop up and he'll be like, okay, all right, redo that, but do this, and then I'll go back under, so that was kind of funny. To get all the road shots that we needed, we kind of caravanned. We did have to have usually a car in front and a car in back with their flashers on to tell all the other cars that are going 55 that to go around us, because we were going like 30. We've got this huge thing right sitting on the hood, you know, obscuring your vision of most of the road. So that was kind of exciting. Memorable places on the road trip. Route 66, it's full of them. Oatman, that was my personally favorite day. In the middle of this mountain pass, there's this little community. All you do is you watch Wild West rodeos. There's donkeys, wild donkeys everywhere. Cadillac Ranch was cool. Very strange, but very cool. The Grand Canyon, I mean, got to see that. Everything was good. I had my first country fried steak ever, and I ended up having like 3 of those. The fail bus is, I guess you can call it the RV that we drove in, spent most of my summer in. The RV died about 12 times. It was not only our transportation, it was our home. Always full, but you never knew what it was full of. Lost a lot of stuff in that bus. Luckily, everybody on the trip was awesome. There was nobody that you didn't like being with, so that really helped keeping a clear head on the trip. Aside from like the car troubles that we had, weather was like 110 degrees some days. Kyle, who played Peter, he actually passed out one day from heat exhaustion. He won't tell you that he did, but he did. There was a couple times when it was just pouring rain, and which actually I think benefited the film. The day that we actually pushed the car out of the water, we did that like first. So the rest of the day I've got, you know, wet pants, wet shoes, wet socks, wet underwear. It was just grim and muddy and sandy, and there was dirt in places where dirt shouldn't be. But at the same time, you know, just used it. These characters are stuck out there. We were kind of stuck out there. There was nothing we could do, you know, so that's what being an actor is about. Film acting is so fun because you have to jump right into an emotion or jump right into an idea, you know, and then the next day you might be doing something completely different. This was a really awesome thing to do early in my career because it was a professional quality product. It was a shoot that really got me fired up about, you know, I made the right decision to be an actor, and like I just had a blast. So it's about finding yourself. It is about taking chances. On top of all that, you know, it's just about friendship and how friendships are created and how people can come together when they've got, you know, each other's backs.